unintentionally started this video with Benny with the fist in the air, the most inspirational thing in the history of this universe, but also like him staring off in the distance. Very inspirational, Benny. By the way, my name is Calvin, also known as Roman, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, and today we're going to be doing a story quest, and that is the Raiden Shogun story quest. I've been so excited to get into the story quest. They're some of my favorite things in these games. They really are. And I think that they are like almost, to me, like they're just as good as the main quests. But then again, I'm also a person who loves like all aspects of this game. We unlocked another island here. We didn't explore absolutely every aspect of it, I don't think. There's still other things that we can probably explore, like areas over here and things like that. But we did unlock this boss and didn't unlock this domain. And there's one more island to unlock as well. There's also world quests to do over here. There's so much to do. And it's never a bad thing for me. Like what a complaint could it be? Hey, this game that you love?
Those who don't wait around.
Well, there's more of it. Well, there's a lot more of it. Having the time of life playing this game, really. I really am. So, is this actually like a good way to... I don't know why I went here. Yeah, let's go here. I don't know why on earth I went there for this story quest. I have no idea like how this is gonna go. We should probably heal up our characters, but we can do that at any point, to be honest. To be honest, there's something about it though, like before we do anything, there's something about it. Like seeing the red doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel very good. We're still kind of working with this team. Like there's plenty of teams. In fact, like I actually think this episode we might switch to Jean Squad. Just I like to switch up my teams whenever I'm using them. I don't like to use the same team over and over again. I haven't gotten that chance, like I said, to actually like level up Sayu anymore. But hopefully we'll get that chance at some point. Probably today, I'd say. Oh, it's starting over here with Toma. Man, this is such a different energy now. Oh, they took the things out of him, the visions. I want to like feel, like walk around for a bit and see if I can feel the energy of this place changing. I mean, kind of. Like, there's nothing different, like visual-wise, but, like, I guess because of the feeling of, like, what we just did, it does feel like there is less restrictions. Now, we don't know for sure if they're going to take all the other restrictions off, like on trade and things like this, but I'm assuming that, they probably will. We only won the right to end the Vision Hunt degree, so hopefully all the other restrictions will kind of, like, dissipate as time goes on as well. Let's go start the story quest. This is exciting. We haven't done a story quest in a while.
The consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
I keep forgetting Toma has like a ponytail.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma!
Look at this little Paimon.
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Did we do so? Are you mocking me?
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter.
Oh, it's you. It's Kujo. Okay. So this was the man who we sent a letter to that actually like got us like less restrictions like in terms of travel.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Hey, Ippe. Sounds like you're having some trouble.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the
Great
Shogun
voice.
and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do.
This is like an interesting concept already, right? The idea that like you have someone who's telling you what to do constantly, and then when there's no one around to tell you what to do, it can get kind of like, you know, it's like you feel a bit lost for a bit, but actually it's kind of good for you. I think it's a good for you in terms of growth.
We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
Oh, was I not supposed to stop that? I hear the storm. Oh no, the storm out at sea. I hear the storm represents the Shogun's will.
Yep, that's the one. And
look at
all
this
the time
shot.
it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
Oh, okay, so it's
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
Sis, that's weird, 'cause so her will, which makes sense, her will was to stop people from coming to Inazuma. Why would it be coming towards her? Maybe it's for self-destruction. I would say that's a little childish, but we'll say, no, I'll say it's a little childish. I don't want to, like, say Paimon's afraid.
You're right. If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just
True. Like, the thing is, like, we won by the skin of our teeth with the Raiden Shogun.
Also be pretty scary.
I mean, it is scary. She's scared. When she came out of that portal, like,
I don't
giant
think you need
Raiden
to
Shogun.
worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The
Oh.
fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
I wonder if she feels like she doesn't deserve the help. There must be a reason for a change in the storm. Yeah.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma.
So, well, that makes sense. Like, the thing is, though, as well, is that I do think there needs to be some sort of, like, accountability on all sides, which I don't think there isn't. Like, I feel like there is clearly some guilt going on with the Raiden Shogun, but there needs to be some accountability, right? And I feel like I respect this game so much for not just doing the whole, like, let's brush it under the rug. Of course there has to be some accountability, because the fact that this place almost was, like, basically sold to the Fatui is dangerous.
Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him.
Right, and here's the thing as well, like, and maybe I'm wrong, if you guys think my interpretation of this is wrong, or maybe my understanding is probably a better case, because they're, you know, they're spelling out in some of it. So what we're seeing now is that the Raiden Shogun, who was tricked into making this place, like, be more insular, now there is this thing where it's like, she is handing out the punishments for the work with the Fatui, right? So would that mean that there is someone else investigating her as well, or is this one of those things where it's like, we stopped her and that's her punishment? And this is not me, like, by the way, like I know, like, it's gonna be a point of discussion about, like, you know, punishments and, like, forgiveness and all this stuff. For me personally, like, I think there's, like, always room for forgiveness in video games, but also at the same time, like, it's like, I like looking at things from the perspective of, yes, this person has done bad. You know, this person has done really, really bad. But that's not going to get in the way of me understanding them better in a lot of cases. And I think that's one of the cool things about video games and about, like, stories, is that we can, like, put ourselves in these shoes without having the very true, like, because the thing is, like, of course, if I was a person who was here that was getting hurt by the Vision Hunt decree, I might not be sitting here going, like, let's have a little bit of understanding, you know? But I think that's one of the beautiful things about getting to be a person who watches the story or plays through the story. We get to have those understanding moments, you know?
Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation.
Okay.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right?
Yep. I'm actually kind of glad she's doing a bit of self-reflection, though. Like, when I heard it first, I was like, I'm kind of glad. I feel like it's always good for people to do that. it's actually something I appreciate when people do. The time to be like, okay, I'll take a step away and we'll think for a bit, you know?
If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Maybe you can invite her out for a while. Wait, serious?
You can actually do
I
that?
mean, I feel like, you know, the one person who bested her in battle, I feel like she might be like a little bit
Don't know for
susceptible
sure,
to it.
but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
I mean, like, can I just say, I still think, and I get like a chill every time I see giant Raiden Shogun come out of that portal. It
Sounds
still
like
terrifies
you guys know
me.
what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
True. I'll try.
Thank you very much. I owe you one. Again.
Man, don't worry, you literally saved her lives too.
There's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
Sarah?
Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Oh, Yae Miko. Yeah, because Sarah, I feel like Sarah is like someone I do want to talk to at some point, though. You know what I mean? So here we go. Here is the first story mission we've done. Well, no, we have done story missions, but we haven't done them outside of the actual main quest that you're kind of like forced to do, I suppose. Yeah, like it's a very complicated thing, isn't it? I think that's what Genshin like doesn't get much credit for, is the fact that like it's complicated, but in a very kind of cool story-based way, right? It's like, yeah, like, you know, I think it's totally valid for anyone to be like, well, she did a really bad thing, you know, and she, you know, and it's hard for me to like overlook that. And the thing is, like, for me as well, my perspective on it is like, I want to understand her, I want to talk to her. I think she's very cool. She's a sick character in terms of coolness. And just like we did with Child, you know what I mean? We don't, and just like we have done with all, you know, we did the same thing with them, because, like, you know, me and Scaramouche is kind of a similar thing where it's like, I don't, like, excuse anything that Scaramouche did to Tepe, for example. I don't excuse anything that Child did, and I don't think the Child the thing is, Tartaglia admits that he was, like, manipulated as heck, right? And here as well, I feel like once again, we had Yae Miko right in her best friend's face telling her, what you did was silly. You are silly. I think that's a part of the story. You know what I mean? Isn't that official?
Humble supplication.
Like, that's part of the story of Yae Miko coming into her friend's world and be like, you have done something wrong here, you know? But I feel like, you know, that shouldn't stop us from, you know, especially in a game like this, from actually, like, hearing, like, what their story is, hearing who they are. So to search for Yae Miko, which I'm very excited about. Scared, excited. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like, oh, she's right there. Wait, she's new outfit, or is that just we rarely see her from behind? I don't know, I like understanding characters in games. It's actually really fun. It's really, really fun. And for me, it's like, I was probably, as characters, we were probably like least affected by it, you know? We were least affected by what happened in this world for years, right? Obviously, we were directly affected by stuff like with Tepe and things like that, but I mean, in terms of the whole world vision on Decree.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP
Oh
shrine
man,
visitors.
it's only been like
during
a few days.
So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Yes, I
What a
was.
smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't you?
I mean, eventually we will come just for you, you know?
Still, your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
I like that she openly admits that, like, if you suck up to her a little bit, she's like, yeah, okay, you know? She's like, flattery will get you everywhere.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
The 10-year commission also needs her attention. Yae Miko's sigh could take over universes.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway.
Oh. So you, okay, like best friends. Of course she knows.
Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
Yep. I imagine.
What?
Her temperament has changed?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike.
Oh, like we're like, oh god, it was us.
The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her.
This is... This is gonna be perfect, man. The fact, to me, the fact that a storm is affected by the fact that her best friend forgot to bring her her treats. that's so good.
Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it.
This is the best.
Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
Man, because I love that literally an entire storm is affected by this.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
It's not beyond the realm, but I want it to be true so badly.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you.
So you give a blatant lie there?
Faye seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
Okay, I thought for real there for a second. I was like, that's such a cool storyline. That that light novels are affecting the storm. That would be so cool. But I guess it is a very Yae Miko thing to say, isn't it? To play around with us, to our mortal lives to come in the blink of an eye.
You're saying she's fine, right?
Yeah, okay. The thing is, that's fine. But I was so excited. I thought the idea of a light novel affecting a storm was so cool.
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest.
Okay.
And I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her.
Right. So what she's saying is that hey, why would she's so powerful that why would she even be thinking about this why would she try to concern herself with small human problems?
I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
I definitely prefer all the more reason to check on her, because I do want to check on her. I want to talk to her.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting.
That's like the statue on the island that we were doing last episode.
But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Have you seen... Wait, I can pause the menu, Yae Miko, blow on my PS5 controller, and Paimon flies away. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Do for A. I'm not going to do it for the people of Inazuma. What? Do for A. I. A. I.
I like that answer.
Yeah, there you go. Look, everything's a game to her, and I freaking love her.
Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
And that's so funny. Flatter her, and then remember what she's into. She is a person who is so good at manipulation, but at the same time she's also unbelievably self-absorbed to the point that if you feed that, she's so into it.
Thanks, Miko.
Oh, thanks, Miko.
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word.
Oh.
And don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Sure, we will. All the more reason to come back and say hi. Yeah, so what she's saying there was actually, really interesting too. So first of all, obviously, I was really excited at the idea that, the story that we had, she didn't get her treats and light novels. That would have been really, really cute. But also at the same time, I think it's also pretty interesting that Yae Miko's she gave us a fake answer again when we asked her, when she asked, why should I do this? And we were like, do for A, do for I. And her answer was kind of I like that answer, so I'll do it. But really, she was going to give it to us anyway, but she just wanted to hear her answer. This is why she's I feel like she is in the position she's in, and she's so good at what she does, at being one of this and I think her, by the way, her where she is, while it is a shrine, I feel like it's almost the Raiden Shogun is down below, while Yae Miko is up on top, looking all over Narukami Island, right? While the Raiden Shogun is here and is so insular that she wasn't able to see all this stuff right under her nose, while Yae Miko sees everything. I freaking love that. Man, the last time we were here was horrifying. I know I keep saying it, but the image of gigantic Raiden Shogun coming out with the blade out of the portal, it gives me, not chills, but when you have when you feel this feeling in the pit of your stomach and it feels like air is coming through you, that kind of feeling, kind of nerves. Hello, I have a pass. It was given to me by Yae Miko.
Has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person, not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
Look at the two of us like we're so determined together.
Guji Yae is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone.
What's this in my hand?
Wait, this is authentic.
Feel free to check with Miko.
Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way.
Okay. So the Shogun said, oh, anyone with that pass can enter, I'm guessing is what she said.
Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
First of all, the music's fantastic. Can I just say as well how, like, much it makes sense in this game, the story, right? This isn't a thing where, like, once she was like, I'm ending the Vision Hunt decree, all the people were just like, okay, she's not gonna be the ruler anymore, right? Because that's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. Like, you know, in some stories they do that where it's like, I'm ending the Vision Hunt decree, and also, I'm gonna find a new ruler. This will now be a democracy right away, right? It could eventually happen, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like some stories will do it like right away. The uprest it causes just by having her rest, you know what I mean? They need a leader, and she is the leader, you know? The uprest this world would cause. Oh, wow. Oh, she's pacing. Is she pacing? She's still kind of scary. She's pacing, man. Wait, does she want another fight?
She's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Man. She literally kills Sayori here. Like, you know, right in this spot. Oh, and you have to, like, stop her to talk to her.
How did you get in?
Oh, God. Oh, no, Yae Miko.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Hold on now.
Wait, no, it's us! Oh, why are you treating us like we're your enemies?
She seems like she has a clouded mind right now.
We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Look at this outfit. So good.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden.
Oh, her brain is clouded.
Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Everything is everything okay? It sounds like we're talking to like a best bud. I like
That
it.
is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
Oh, so she's in like a state of like maybe.
What did you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Has she ever been like this before?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest,
Right.
I must follow her will.
Man, that's crazy. Like, so she's almost like in like, you know when like you put in like an iPad into like power saving mode, and like it can do a lot of the same stuff it already does, but it's like some of the stuff won't be as efficient, you know?
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes.
Okay.
I can say no more than this.
Everyone's worried. They just literally want to see you. That's it.
cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing.
I think it's literally one of those situations where like, you know, you could literally they just want to see the ruler.
I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
I love the background here. It looks so cool. Can you hear the street sweepers outside? Holy hell. They're doing their job. Good on you, boys. Good on you.
What do you mean by that?
Man, this is kind of like a like I don't know, it's kind of like not scary is the word for it. It's like it's worrying.
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Have you malfunctioned is such an interesting way. Are you sick is another I think are you sick is the more polite way to do it.
It's been a while.
Oh!
The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
What? I just wanted to let the street sweepers do their job, you know? Wait, we're going in? Look how, by the way, official, this fits her so well. Look at this. I can't take pictures in domains? Aw. I can see why people said this is kind of like the last part of the Archon quest.
Terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not her style. It's not her style.
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
Heck yeah.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...
Again, Paimon's talking like that. But at first, I made the comparison to an iPad. Paimon is talking about this like it's an actual iPad. Are you gonna get it fixed?
Don't worry.
You gonna get your
The
phone
Shogun's
fixed?
not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions.
Right.
Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
That's what she meant by forbidden, so it's all you're doing.
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time.
It's still so, like, again, she's still thinking about the idea of like how to make a world eternal. And I feel like this is not something that you need to think of yourself. Like, I feel like this is a good conversation to have with Yae Miko. Like, I feel like having a group of people to talk about this would be really good. Yae Miko, us. You could have Euthymia even like talk about this. Someone who's like is very in touch with the past. But maybe like Euthymia wouldn't like to do that. But like Toma is probably a good idea. And Kamisato, and Ayaka, and yeah, I think these are like good people to have a conversation with. You don't have to do it by yourself. You may. I think there's also probably a feeling like she has to fix it by herself.
But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am
Right. So
working
if she
things
goes
out.
outside, she could make. Yeah. Okay.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I mean,
No, she was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
sucks. You're so strict with yourself. Yeah. Like everything's very, very like there's not much wiggle room here.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to
Love the
protect
shot.
against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Okay. Yeah, like, I totally understand that, like, you know, you go straight from being, like, this thing of eternity, this idea of eternity, where you're like, I need to be insular to keep this place forever. We need to, like, make it, like, you know, a place that, you know, keeps our way of living intact. But, like, also at the same time, I feel like it's not a good, it's not really good to, like, do this by yourself.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
And there you go. And also, we look at Liyue, and I love that they brought that up. Liyue is in a better state now because they didn't uphold the same traditions forever. You know what I mean? And not only that, but they like respect their traditions, but also they're in such a strong state now because they're self-sufficient, and they actually like still respect Morax, self-sufficient, still respect Morax, and they trade with like everyone. And it's bustling. Have you ever been to Liyue? It's bustling.
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
So she hasn't even been informed.
Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
Paimon's a great storyteller as well.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
Yeah, seems a little arbitrary.
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
This is the ruler of an entire like island nation. Like,
Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
you know what? You make as much excuses as you want. We've all been through a lot.
It's fine. Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Any progress on your thoughts on eternity?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
True, very true. There was lots of contradictions in your past one too. Your outfit's incredible. Like, it's absolutely incredible. Come with us and get a change of pace. Yeah, let's go for a walk.
If anyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows?
This is an incredible place, though.
Might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
You mean leave the plane of Euthymia?
It might do everyone some good. I
Yes,
agree. I
you're
think it's
right.
good for everyone.
After all, the Shogun is currently unable to take care of business on my behalf. All right then. I'll come out for a while.
Knock, knock, knock. Can I go out to play?
Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
That's so sweet. Let's go.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
Hopefully.
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
It makes sense because what she said throughout this whole conversation is that she's had multiple ways of like safeguarding the eternity that she was going for, to the point that like you can't even modify the Raiden Shogun yourself. So it makes sense that if someone actually was able to try and like get through that first defense, like her being trapped here involuntarily would be very silly and doesn't match up with her personality or her wits or her smartness at all.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
I used to be a tour guide in my old job.
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go.
Paimon's so enthusiastic about this. I think seeing Inazuma up close is going to be so good for
There's
her.
a familiarity to the scent in
Oh,
the air.
wow. How must
and
that
the
feel?
firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town.
Okay. I mean, like, how must this feel like after being trapped for so long? To going to a place that, like, you're used to. Yeah, and here's the thing, by the way. We also, like, again, I wonder how it's going to be. Like, I wonder if they'll even do that interaction. Like, I wonder if they'll even do that interaction between the likes of Kazuha and herself. You know what I mean? Like, because that'd be a very interesting interaction I'd like to see. Because, again, Kazuha's lost a friend in this. A lot of people have lost a lot. We lost friends in this whole thing. So I wonder if they will even have that interaction at some stage. Maybe, maybe not. You never know. And is Kazuha still a fugitive, technically? Look how beautiful this place is.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
She's such a gentle voice when you're talking to her like this, right?
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
This girl can't even get silk anymore because of your laws, by the way.
It's the Shogun.
Oh my god, look at this. They're seeing her out in the open.
What's the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
See all the rumors spread already.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Doesn't the Shogun normally patrol these
Patrolling the
parts?
streets is the Tenryo Commission's job.
Yeah, I don't think
The
we should
Shogun
know
has a
that
lot
she
of
doesn't do this.
information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself.
Man, look at this. Like, when she's out in the open and not in her plane, like, she went from being the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life to having, like, the softest eyes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
She right.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about.
Look, they look like they're about to have heart attacks.
Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
I never thought I'd hear Paimon calling her
Use
A.
Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Oh my god, look, they're all staring at her.
Same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of
Why would
course
she
I
need a
don't.
Mora?
There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Either. Look at everyone. They're like, holy
Anyway.
hell.
People seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the
Oh, it's
liveliness
because
you
you're
spoke
out
of
here.
anywhere.
Hey.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
Yeah. It's like, you know, do you ever see the like?
What is this doll selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
It reminds me of like, you know, when you have like a boss who thinks they're very fun loving in work, and they always think like they go into like the break room and they're like, hey, how's everyone doing? And like, you know, you can tell their face, they're like, why isn't everyone so quiet? And it's like, because you're the boss. We're not gonna talk about weird shit in front of you.
Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today.
She's like a softie now. Look at her.
Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here.
Wow,
Takoyaki, dango,
he ran.
and milk and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience.
Okay. I love the sign at the top of the
For
octopus.
example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk.
So it's like chocolate milk.
The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Personally, I'm okay. Like, whenever you mention texture and milk, I'm like, the texture has to be just milk for me. If anything else, my fight or flight response happens.
Dango with milk. I've never heard of
Cool
it.
bottles. Really cool bottles.
What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick
Oh,
with eternity.
no. Like, this is it. We're seeing exact examples of what the idea of eternity has done to her people, right? They're worried about, like, stepping on her toes to the point of, like, he's worried he's going to be freaking killed because he mentioned that, like, he made dango milk.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life.
Oh.
So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
Isn't that kind of like, to me, it kind of seems like it's those chance combinations that really make things like special. Like for me, I love vanilla milk. Vanilla mixed with milk is so good, right? It's so good. And someone tried it one day to do that, and it worked.
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Heck yeah. We'll pay for it, though. We drank the milk slowly.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
Because of the texture?
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial.
Man, that's like if you give me milk and like I'd say, here's the thing, if you give it to me and said it's porridge, I'd be like, okay, this is great, right? But if you gave it to me and said it was milk, the texture would just make me
Anyway,
gag.
I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh?
Average.
So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Just zoom in on the
because
face.
Most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly.
I mean, it is, yeah, people have their routines, don't they?
I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take
The
it the wrong way.
eggshells.
Ah, I see. Well, That can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door to door delivering them.
That's mad.
No. Almighty Shogun.
That's
too much.
so cool though. Her hair is so nice from the back.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would
That
be a
is
shame
so
for them to miss out on
neat.
Dango milk.
Do you order a cup?
Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time.
Heck yeah.
By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yae Publishing House
Oh.
to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
She's a light novel lover.
Sure. Let's go and have a look.
She's a light novel lover. You know what's so cool about this? About like, you know, and again, we're talking about the theme of eternity constantly in this episode. Of course you will. She's seeing like what makes this place special, you know what I mean, is like the fact that there is like new ideas, new perspectives. Like, you know what I mean? And like, while she's trying to come up with new ideas, and for years she was kind of sticking with the one same old idea that was damaging her people. Like something so simple as like mixing dango with milk, you know what I mean, is something that is amazing by itself. You know, two things that are great by themselves that work together really well together too, but something that not many people would think about. I think that like would put a few things in perspective for you. You know what I mean? It's like seeing like how like ingenious this can be if you like think outside the box a little bit, you know?
Shogun!
Oh God.
Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yae Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
Give us all your nudie books.
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
Give us the nudie ones.
The Yae Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
See, this is also interesting. So I know, like, some people go, you're like, now the thing is, it's from other playthroughs, not the Genshin playthrough. People love us all reading into stuff, right? Again, it's another thing of like, hey, you know, trying something new is important. You know what I mean? New things are important. You know what I mean? Like bringing in new cultures, new ideas.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Yeah, don't be nervous.
Well, okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay, let's go then.
Again, that's like so like
Huh.
so simple but so sweet.
How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a Hilichurl is that I only need to eat Sansetias to become stronger.
This is totally, is this a meme? This is a meme about like how like anime titles and manga titles have changed, right, throughout the years. Like they used to be like, you know, Akira, you know, Monster, 20th Century Boys, you know what I mean, all this stuff. And now it's like, that time I flew to Paris and found my lover. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're all like these like really long titles, you know?
It's so long.
Yeah, it is. And like honestly, I kind of like it. Like the first time I ever heard one of those was probably like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. To me, that's like the best. You know what I mean? Like it's I haven't actually watched it, but I know the title and I always think that the titles like are cool. I'm also a big fan of songs that do that too, where it's like, you know, a song about like loving someone is like my love, my lover, left me on this date. And it's like, that's a really cool name for
Is
the
it
song.
true that hilly trolls grow stronger from eating Sansetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's where the author it's whatever the author wants it to be.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly trolls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly troll life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Okay, you're right. I've heard enough. Put the book guy in the dungeon.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
This is, again, fads have no place in eternity. You know what I mean? Again, it's another thing that has changed, like, despite all of the restrictions.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
I love that.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
So you have to, like, get a book
This could
for
be
her?
a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
So we have to read the Liyue martial arts story. Life Made Me a Fighter When I Just Want to Be a Writer. Great title. The book is a martial arts story set in Liyue, focused on fighting between different gangs. The protagonist aspires only to become a humble novelist, but gets caught up in the world of gang strife because of an unparalleled martial arts ability. The selling point of the story is that the protagonist never joins any faction, but is constantly assumed to be the reclusive master of a faction or another. The martial arts pros, who sees the protagonist as their enemy, are always making a scene. The protagonist is stuck in the middle of all this, while they're clinging tight to a dream of becoming a novelist.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly?
I don't know, man. Some people like the people I know who love writing stuff, and I like writing. Like I draw comics, right? But the people I know who love like writing stuff, like who are so passionate about it, like they would literally give their left leg to have a novel be to sell well and have people love it. You know.
Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
The protagonist has an admirable will.
You have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Yeah. Read a daily life romance story. The chaotic epic that is a tale of my youthful love life. This book is about the love stories between a mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. It is a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life, featuring many amusing anecdotes. The writing is solid, the prose is elegant, and the author brilliantly brings out the unique charm of each character in the story. But the story stops at a crucial moment when the main character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess their love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
I hope she finds happiness.
Yeah, she has so much love to give. She deserves it. The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of
Maybe.
mortal romance?
Maybe. My favorite stories are romantic stories, by the way. Like if a character like love story and I was from playing Final Fantasy X as a kid. I always said like as like a young boy when everyone else was like kind of playing other games, I played Final Fantasy X and was tricked. Not tricked. The word trick. Yeah, I agree, Fischl. Wait.
Paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Like as a young boy, you want to be like, because every other boy is trying to be tough, so like you kind of want to like seem like you're stronger than most people as well, right? And I was like, I think at the time I was like 7 when I played it, and I played Final Fantasy X for the first time, and like I was like, oh my god, love stories. And so like from then on, I was like, this is my thing. This is my thing now. Shogun Almighty, reborn as the Raiden with unlimited power. In this book, the protagonist is struck by lightning beneath a thunderous Sakura and wakes up to discover he has become the Raiden Shogun. Prior to this event, the protagonist is nobody who gets bullied by everyone, but after becoming the Raiden Shogun, he acquires unlimited power. The appeal of this one probably lies in the euphoria of going from powerless to omnipotence, and in the protagonist's inner journey to finally breaking free from their low self-esteem. But it's hard to see how a story would develop after the protagonist actually becomes zero Sorry, this becomes the Raiden Shogun. Where did I get 0 from?
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around.
Right.
Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A.
I think it's quite original.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do,
Oh, the hands on
really
the hands on the hips as well. You know what's great about that as well? It's like if someone like became Paimon and was doing stuff she would never do, they'd like never eat food, you know, or something, you know?
That's all of them.
Okay.
Let's try to explain them to A.
Oh, she's just watching stuff in the distance. By the way, Fischl and A together, like the colors match. It's like it works so well.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
I think we'll go with the martial arts story. I think we will. I think it brings up.
Are people in Liyue really so complex?
I
these
think it
days?
brings up the idea of like change and like being able to like, you know, since you don't have to like do one thing just because that's the one thing you're good at, you know?
Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival. I would very much like to spar with him.
Let's go. Let's find him.
He's a fictional character.
No, we'll find him.
Doesn't exist.
We'll find him.
What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any thoughts about their part in the story?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved. End of story.
You mean all the people that pay foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they got what they deserved. End of story. Oh my god. No, we have to get this out. We have to escape this idea, okay?
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters at all.
And this is a problem.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House.
Yep.
And certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time.
Yeah, when you think about it, that sucks so bad, doesn't it? Like the idea that there's no, because there's so many advances in like not only just tech but in like food and like you know you talk about in most countries like there's most fruit we wouldn't even be able to get before years ago, you know.
But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Change is inevitable. We're constantly changing.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia.
And that sounds like a roadblock you're putting up.
But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
Hmm?
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change, but I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better.
Yep, and that's what it like in a way like it was being like I feel like change like pressure can change something, right? But I feel like if you give people more freedom to change things, it like works for everyone.
Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
We were just out here to have some fun. Let's not put any pressure on it.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Why don't we take a photo with the Raiden Shogun with A?
A's had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
So many cuts today, guys, and apologies for that.
It's okay. Come with us. find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
Paimon's just such a sweetheart, right? Like if we're just being completely honest, and if everyone's honest with themselves, first of all, without Paimon, we cannot do what we do in this world, right? But second of all, she is like a surrogate mother to like everyone sometimes, you know what I mean? And she's as sassy as a mother too.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
You do it all the time, you don't even realize.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
That's interesting. So we should go what she wants. Help me out here. It should look good, but not over the top. That sounds like graceful and dignified. But I think having a relaxed and casual picture with us.
How about this? This feels quite natural.
She looks too scared.
Right. Well, I'll leave. Okay.
What's graceful and dignified?
I'll try that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome. That looks more casual than the other one.
Pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Sure. We have to do it ourselves? Oh my god. Look at that. Pick a good spot to take a picture in? Is that not?
So a photo is a visual representation.
She looks so good.
An impression, like casting a shadow. Fascinating.
Okay. What's... We need to be like in this exact spot? Oh, here we... Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Just her? Can we zoom in a bit? We can. I think the zoom in's gonna be important. That looks fantastic. You look incredible. Do you want to see it?
It's a wrap. Take a
Look at
look.
the shot.
Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is
Man, this is the thing.
astonishing. Is it some kind of magic?
She's beautiful.
It seems to be another copy of me.
This is the thing, though. Like, someone who is, like, making decisions for an entire nation that doesn't know all these advances in technology, I feel like it's a problem. You know what I mean? It is a big problem. We knew it was a problem.
But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
It's just a record.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid.
Self-conscious.
But it actually looks more natural than I imagined.
This is the ruler they need, by the way. Someone who shows their human side.
The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo.
Oh my god.
Are you sure it isn't me?
A little bit sure.
If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Oh no.
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, traveler.
It's a little bit like you and the Shogun. Oh, that's actually a cool way of explaining it.
Hey, that's right.
But it doesn't
Do you
move.
think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
So your existence isn't singular.
My existence. I think I understand.
So what he's saying is that, like, you know, we all exist in these pictures forever.
I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist
That
in.
might be really good for her too, to understand that like once we're all gone and once everything changes, you know, the eternity is in these photos, it's in these
The
memories.
Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
That's the thing. Human beings will always be. I think Inazuma will always be Inazuma. It's hard to say this when we've seen so many people feel like it's not the Inazuma from before. Hanachir Sato, right? Human beings will always be human, I think is probably a good way of putting it.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge.
That's good. Expand your ideas.
You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged
No,
my
I can tell.
understanding
I can
of
definitely
things.
tell.
Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember.
Yep. Things constantly change.
But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma.
Yeah, and that's because everything changed, but it's still Inazuma.
Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps...
Yes.
Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too
She's got it.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
What's Ipe?
Why is it getting so noisy down there?
By the way, like, yeah, it's to me a really incredible conclusion to look at, cause like it's, if we can talk through this for 2 seconds, what we've seen is that like there's you know, the light novel, the new light novel's been introduced. There's new food, new contraptions, and all of this stuff happened even though, as she said, even though she was putting restrictions on people. So like this idea of eternity is kind of futile because things will change regardless of how you try to hold it so tightly. And look, and a perfect example I find is Goro, is Toma, is the rebellion. Like that is a perfect example of like they are Inazuma. You can't say they're not a part of Inazuma, even though they were, you know, just thriving for more change.
Oh, that sounded like Ipe. What could be the matter?
Ipe? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Going right into the Ipe's face by accident.
Hey, Ipe, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun.
And what I said before, I said Hanashiro Sato wouldn't see this place as Inazuma anymore. She does. She actually does still see it as Inazuma, just changed. So, like, I was wrong about that. I just forgot. I just didn't want to disrespect her memory.
You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry. He's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Are you looking for your master?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
Okay.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you, you have... So...
Sorry, I sometimes
Kamaji
press the button by
decided
accident,
to
that's my
enter
bad.
Negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups.
This is a problem, isn't it? This is always a problem. Not being able to question your
The meeting
higher-ups.
place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then...
Maybe something's happened.
Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
We can check things out for you.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening.
Oh my god, we're like going on a mission with the Raiden.
They are unlikely to blame you,
With
even if we
I.
do happen to interrupt
With
the
A. I
negotiations.
keep saying I.
Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish
That's
it.
commitment, it is, and like, I'm, you know...
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Better late than never, but in this case, like again, you know what I mean? It's difficult because I totally understand that, like, you know, me being like, it's better late than never, you know, in a situation where, like, people have died is kind of hard, right, you know? But, you know, we're trying to make this place better now, and that's our plan. That's our plan. Look at this. Look at Fischl. Fischl, by the way, is our first character we're going to get to level 90 because it's actually, like, not too hard to do so. In fact, you could do it, like, I think in a few days, easily. In fact, we're so close to getting her to level 90. But I won't... I'll get all the items to get her to level 90.
Another universe
and then I will...
paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der
like... I will... How would I say it? I will, like, be like, hey... we'll do it together. You know what I mean? We also... This is how much we have for wishes. And I think we're gonna wait till we have the 10. I think Clorinda's like one of the coolest designs ever. I love the freaking Bloodborne-esque design. Wait, did we already? Hold on a second. It's crazy how, like, you can just do commissions like this. Yeah, like I said, we probably will get back to doing commissions. And, like, I know some people, like, really like the commission stuff as well. There's never a thing of me being like, oh, I'm avoiding commissions, but sometimes I'm just like, hey, we have so much stuff to do now. And it's not like a thing that's like, I need to get it out of the way, but it's just more like, okay, we can do commissions after this, but then I always forget that we, you know, commissions are done during these missions, so it's not like, well, we can always do them afterwards. But I just keep like, I guess because we haven't done it in a while, I keep forgetting to do them. But you guys can give me your opinions on that as well, by the way. Do you prefer it this way? Do you not mind either way? Like, what's your opinion on it? What's your take on it? To me, the one commission I'm not a big fan of in Inazuma, I'll just be like, what the hell? Oh yeah, sorry, there's a new mission. But on top of the guilds received a commission of even greater difficulty than the one you call Miss Dry. Would you be interested? Even harder, you say? The person who commissioned this is a Miss Sumudai. As for details, it might be best for you to get them straight from her. Well, I'd ask her. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, let me know how you feel, because like the one, I know how you feel. How do you feel about some of the Inazuma commissions? The one commission I'm just not a massive fan of is the cooking one, because I sometimes just don't have the freaking like materials for it. A lovely patron by the name of Victoria actually informed me about this mission, and apparently it is a lot deeper than I thought, the cooking mission. I kind of just like was always like, oh, I have to like find the recipe, and sometimes because I'm like the way I play, don't always have the recipe. But yeah, once again, there's like stuff I don't know about this game, and apparently this mission is actually a lot better than I thought it was. I just wasn't digging deep enough. Pretty cool. Which is always kind of weird, because it's like, I know it's like, I'll just find the materials, look up the materials, but like every single time I cook, not every single time, but sometimes I cook something and like I just don't have the thing for the actual cooking. And that can feel super weird sometimes, you know? Do we have enough for... I don't think do we have enough for 10? Wait, additional 8, wait, what? Oh, wait. So we're close to getting 10. Because if we get just like a few more. Okay. We're close to getting 10. Yeah, I just like, I'm not a big fan of that one mission where you have to do the cooking thing. And I understand that it's like, you have to make a bad dish for, I think it is. But it's the one thing I'm just like, I'm just not into doing that mission. So sometimes I'm like, I have to do that one cooking one. But every other commission is usually very, very fun. Like the fighting one on the beach is super fun. And I love the ones in Leeway where you have to like either find the thing for, we have to find the thing for the treasure hoarder. Hey, it's me, your good pal. Do you have a name? Yes, your good pal. That's not a... Yeah, cool name. See, you always questioning us Sealies. Yes, I am. But that's because I want you to get better. Yeah, sure. You sure it's not just because you hate us? Even though we give you so much stuff?
Destiny has brought me hither.
Destiny has brought the... I love the one where you have to do the pirate stuff with the kids. That's really fun. I love the Timmy one was always very fun. I'm just like not a big fan of like the one where it's like, hey, cook this dish for me. I hope you might have this recipe, you know? And I guess it's bad for someone like me, as you guys know, who doesn't cook a lot. So like, I don't know what recipes I have sometimes. So that is kind of a thing that goes along with it. But I do like doing commissions. I definitely do like doing commissions.
By royal decree.
Sakura blooms? Wait. Is this thing where we have to get up here? We could probably get up here then from here. We could travel like across the way? Can I say as well like how like I freaking adore playing this game. And I say it all the time. Oh, it's right here. We could have just climbed up. It's like the fact is like a lot of my mind is set on like Genshin, but not only that, but like you know how much I love this game now? I think I was talking about before, but I was watching like that video. I was watching like a few reacts to the Summer Game Fest, and having people like make fun of like a game I haven't even played that's related to this game, like that by the creators, like Honkai. When people were making fun of it, I of course closed my eyes during it. But people were like, "This is stupid. This is dumb," and like I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I got like in my stomach. I was like, how can they make fun of a game they don't even understand? It's so like these games are so good. Like, cause they're like, oh Genshin, oh you know, this, you do this, you do that. I'm like, no, it's so good in my mind. I'm like, wait, like Calvin, like, you've become someone who is defensive over Genshin. Now, I would never ever attack someone over there. Or, oh, we're going to do it in a dungeon. Okay, cool. Or like insult anyone. Or ever like do that. I'm kind of like the way like the best part of my community is. I'm into the, you know, the way the best part of my community is what you guys are like, which is like, hey, we can all disagree on stuff, but I love it.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Maybe to evade detectors, maybe to escape disasters is probably. Look at this angle.
I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
The music starts as well. Wait. Oh my god, we have the range. And she's a spear. No, she's a freaking glaive. She's a glaive. Oh my. That is so sick. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she walks it back in. Look at that. Is there 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a 6. Is there a 7th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, it just goes back into the second one. Hello, I am literally the Raiden Shogun, so you want to stop, maybe? This is probably not the best party for her.
Let's light it up.
But, you know.
Illusion shattered.
Oh my god. Okay, she's very fun to use. She's very fun to use. So defeat 6 opponents, blocking the thing. So let's actually, should we read her talents? Just so we can have some fun with her here. We'll read very quickly. We won't go to level 9. Okay, so here we go. So this one is dealing electro damage to nearby opponents. Okay, an Eye of the Storm Judgment. When a character with this buff attack deals damage to opponents, the Eye will unleash a coordinated attack dealing AoE electro damage. Characters who gain the Eye of the Storm Judgment will have their elemental burst damage increased. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We're not gonna, yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow, but we're reading like the base level. Gathering truths unnumbered on wishes on count of the Raiden Shogun unleashes the Muso no Hitachi, the weapon that she has, and deals AoE electro damage using the Muso Ishin in combat for a certain duration afterwards. The damage dealt by the Muso no Hitachi and the Muso Ishin's attack will be increased based on the number of chakra Desidratra's resolve stacks consumed when the skill is used. While in this state, the Raiden Shogun will wield her Hitachi in battle, while her normal charged and plunging attacks will be infused with electro damage, which cannot be overridden. When such attacks hit opponents, you will regenerate energy for all nearby party members. Energy can be restored. That's actually so cool. Energy can be restored this way for every 1 second, and its effect can be triggered 5 times throughout the skill duration. While in the state, the Raiden Shogun's resistance to interruption is increased, and she's immune to electro-charged reaction damage. Sorry. Jesus, there's a lot. While Muso Ishin is active, the Raiden Shogun's normal attack, charged and plunging attack will damage will be considered elemental burst damage. The effects of Muso Ishin will be cleared when the Raiden Shogun leaves the field. Chakra Desidrata. When nearby party members, excluding the Raiden Shogun herself, use their elemental burst, the Raiden Shoguns will build up resolve stack based on the energy cost of these elemental bursts. The maximum number of resolve stack is 60. There's a lot here. So she builds up a stack based on other people using their burst. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. This probably isn't the best team for her, but we'll see.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base.
Oh.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
That's so sick. She's so sick. So this is her big move here. I kind of want to use the move also when we have like a few maybe like overloads here, but let's just try it anyway. Oh, right out of the heart. They're dead.
The fairy. Let's get down to business.
So she's possibly one of my favorite characters in terms of movement. Now, we obviously don't know how to use her properly. We're not going to sit here and pretend we do. You know what I mean?
Insolent.
Was that fireworks? Now, combat-wise, that's what I'm saying. Combat-wise and movement-wise, she's really fun to use.
Wind, hear me.
Like, obviously. But I think I would have to, like, get her as a character to truly understand her more. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? There's like a... By the way, we have 3 5-star characters on this team right now. Like, legit 3 5-star characters on this team. And also, like, there's a lot of information there for her moves and stuff, I guess. A lot of information. Okay, another enemy up here. Oh, we also get her move as well, so we can swap her out.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
So sick. Like, and honestly, you honestly feel like a freaking god, though, right? Because how like just quickly you end them. How quickly you end these souls.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
We can go back to old, the most useful thing I do. Jesus Christ. With Oz as well here? So maybe she's like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think that's what they meant. I think she like Fischl will actually do really well with her as well. I think other Electro enemy characters would do very well too. But I could be wrong on the interpretation of this.
Torn to oblivion.
She's so, like, it just feels like I am a freaking, like, I know it sounds horrible to say, it feels like I'm a god. It feels like, and in fairness, Zhongli is pretty powerful too. And Venti, like, feels like kind of very freeing too, but this is the first time I felt like an omnipresent, like, individual who could not die. Look at, oh, the movement changes once you have that, the burst as well. Into a sword, of course, yeah. I love this. I'm in love. And again, it's one of those things where like we would get to know the character better if we actually unlocked her. There was a chance we could have gotten her, right? I feel like she was on a banner, I think maybe with Nahida. Am I wrong in saying that she was on a banner with Nahida one time? Man, look at this here. Freaking frightened fighting the bridge. Can we push you off? Is that possible? Is it possible to push you off? Or are you too good? I'd say stay there for a second. Stay there for a second, buddy. Stay there for a second.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Teamwork is actually dreamwork, believe it or not. No, he's using the stance there. There's nothing we can do. I'm trying to push him off here. You know what I mean? We're trying to get this guy off our backs.
I swear by my sword.
Stay back. No. Stay back. Okay, get electrocuted then. No, I saved you. Saved your life. I'm trying to push him off the ledge. He's too big to do the usual move like this. You know? Get off the ledge.
Get out of here. Take cover.
Okay. Dead then. That's fine. You died. Man, this whole dungeon is so cool.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Here for a second, both of you. I want to talk to you.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Ripping.
Insolent.
Okay, calm down. Calm down, I say. Calm down. That was me being very foolish, though. Like, and just like going into battle without healing her up, though.
Illusion shattered. Wind, hear me.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I like that. That's my worst habit that I need to fix. You know what I mean? That like I get too like a little bit arrogant when it comes to like, oh, we're ripping through the enemy, then not realizing like they can just go back and fight us like in the same way. You know? It's definitely a thing I need to get better at. I think you guys would agree too. It's definitely something I need to improve on. I might write it down and put it like in a sign in front of me just so I remember. Hey, Calvin, remember? Things get shaky. Yeah, she's a cool character. And again, like I said, I understand that people might be like, you're not using her properly, for sure. For sure.
Look, it's Kujo Kamaji.
Oh. We don't like this dude, the other guy. Look how cool, oh my god. Oh no, this is a different guy.
Almighty Shogun. Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan, your turn.
I love that she's like goes straight into like ruler mode.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis.
I feel like there's a lot of blame game going on now when like I feel like there's a lot of parties to blame in this whole situation, in my opinion.
These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good,
man.
so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
This is like a real-world problem that she has to solve on foot.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou Commissioner. The process is quite simple.
Oh god!
Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel.
Oh god. Dude, you're gonna get murdered.
Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Did she just say you old, man?
Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not,
I'm scared
will be
again.
appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
Oh, this is brave, though.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
She's such a great design. I'm sorry for noticing even more now.
I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it.
Jesus Christ. The amount of self-reflection in this episode is crazy.
To be brutally honest, For someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform.
It really is like everyone's forced to like look at themselves now, right? And look outside the box that they've been in.
Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way
Paimon's
that it began.
riveted.
This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept.
Oh, look at the scene with the freaking Shogun helmet in the background. Wait, you just gonna do it? What? We're just gonna beat this guy's butt? No way.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with
she's so
courage,
cool.
tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight
I would
of
leave.
your name.
Okay, I give up actually. Actually? Sorry.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Ready to die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and you get bonked? Oh, Paimon hiding behind us, of course. Such a sweetheart. Oh my god, she saw your every move. Bro, you're getting bonked. Your lip is cut. That's gonna be so bad if you eat salt now. The music's super cool too. She's just like incredible, right? Look at this. Oh my god, your glasses! Hell, it's. What? Oh my! Look at this scene. Everyone's staring on in like disbelief. Reaching for his sword. He's not giving up. He's not giving up. Her movements were freaking perfect, by the way. Her movements were perfect. Oh god, if I saw that coming towards me, I'm giving up. Me giving up already. Holy hell! He's back up! He's not done! Oh my god!
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your
So
veins.
she's seen this as something else that, like, you know, goes against the idea of her eternity.
Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that
Oh
you
my
are
god,
capable
she's
of
like in
attending to
constant
a small
own you
matter such
mode.
as this.
Yeah, her movements there were absolutely beautiful, and the animation there was gorgeous. It was so gorgeous.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Yeah, you better be. If I was being disrespectful in front of A like that, and then I saw her move like that, I'm not only saying sorry, I am getting my whole family to come here and say sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency.
Yep, they did wrong. That's the thing, they did wrong, and I think that this whole mission has been showing, not only showing us like the chink in the armor of what like she saw was eternity, but it's also showing that like a lot of people have to look at themselves in the mirror now and live. A lot of people.
However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to
Oh my god,
produce
he's
flaws
quivering!
in my judgment,
He's quivering!
you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next
Oh.
time, My blade will show no
God.
mercy.
Chills all over the body. Like honestly, like that. I actually think this is actually pretty cool. Like she realizes that right now things are very tumultuous. The storm is coming in, and she's like, "Look, right now we can't appoint a new leader of the 10-Euro Commission. We will need to do it. There will need to be punishments, but right now, what we need is like a little bit of order, amongst this like sea of uncertainty." And I feel like in a way, it's kind of the right thing to do. Also, again, this type of stuff is what makes her freaking scary. She's terrifying.
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. You didn't do anything. I'm sorry. Like, I would literally have, like, I would literally leave a note to, like, my great-grandchildren. You must apologize to every single month. Do we have enough for that 10-point wish? I don't think we need 80, don't we? Yeah, we need 1280 to get to 10. Yep. So we need 40 more gems, which we can get at some point. Like, it's again, I'm in no rush this time around. I'm in no rush. Oh my god, talking to her on the freaking mountaintop? I'm gonna get this just in case, like, you know, it puts me on my knees like a fidget spinner, you know? Hello.
Whew. When it's time to
And now
deal
getting
with
to
the
look over the
situation,
entire
You're just like the Shogun.
city.
So strict.
That's the thing, she changed right away when she needed to.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Can I say, I genuinely think that, right? I genuinely think that he was lucky. Working with the Fatui like that. And I understand that there's regrets amongst the 10-Euro Commission, right? And all this stuff. But still. And then the other guy's then trying to lie to her as well in front of her face. Like all these people working with the Fatui and stuff. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I think he was lucky.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryu Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made
She's been more understanding because she made mistakes, but I do, as we said, she's given them more time, which I think is respectable because we're in a very tough situation where the people are in unrest right now. I don't think that means, everyone's gonna be free from punishment.
The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies.
There's other people you probably have to apologize to, and I'm glad she's realizing this.
I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least
Beautiful shot here as well.
I can now see the way ahead.
Will you rule Inazuma directly?
I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because
I think your change is
anticipated
good.
that I myself would change over time.
Look at the experience we had with you today, you know?
But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done.
Good.
No matter how difficult it
Good.
is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryu Commission, and the people
The shots in this are amazing.
see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no
Yeah.
time.
And honestly, I feel like we got to see a very different side of her too, even though she still is scary, which I think it's needed. You know, you don't want your character to just change completely.
If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Next time we'll bring you some fun little
No
trinkets.
need. There's no place for such things.
No,
in my
don't do
life.
that. Don't do that. Don't be like I'm not hanging out again.
Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company.
We did make it sound like she was a loner.
Okay. I'm ready to
We're gonna
head
hang
out
out again. We're gonna hang out
My
again.
period of solitude will now continue.
No.
But it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Minor issues.
Okay, see you next time.
Paimon's like, yeah, we're hanging out again. What are you on about?
Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the
Yeah.
end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yae Miko.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on this. And I'm very happy to have an audience of people that I feel like also will have a very nice discussion about this as well, right? I feel like we're gonna have a very nice discussion about this. Hello, Euthymia, how are you? This all started, it's so funny, like with us getting like this from Yae Miko, and now we're back again.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
It was really fun.
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it.
Do you really mean that? Oh, she did. Okay. Because sometimes, actually, I mean, because I first time listen to the whole thing and be
How
like,
amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl
Yeah.
trying to find her bearings.
oh,
in
she
the big
loves this,
city.
man. She loves this.
Marvelous.
This is like the massive, gigantic equivalent of like two friends who love putting each other in awkward situations.
What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
You and the Shogun enjoy teasing each other.
It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't.
Oh god, the wink.
So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take. That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
Right.
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see
It was the best.
A's
It
less
was nice. It was
formal
nice.
side.
But I have a lot of thoughts, and we're gonna talk about it after this mission's over.
Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
I mean, we could tell.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent
She
to
used the
her.
word indulgent quite a bit when we were
But
traveling
you
with her.
don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Is that it? That was fantastic. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I think that it's nice to have like a little discussion about this. I feel like we got exactly the gems we need. I feel like what was really cool about this story, this quest, was that they admitted that like there's a lot of problems in Inazuma. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, and they admitted that there's a lot of people that need to hold a mirror to themselves and be like, I did wrong. I did the wrong thing. And there's a lot of people who need to be punished. I think also what they were really good at doing in this as well, what they did with the Raiden Shogun with A as well, with A, is that they showed us like that this is a character who was not only like intentionally like being like cutting themselves off, but the cutting themselves off made them oblivious to some of the most beautiful things that are happening in this world. Change is happening regardless of whether you try and stop it or not. You know, we said the rebellion's a perfect example of this. And I hope, and I think it's the case. Would you guys agree? I think that A has we already probably went in here, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, we didn't. It's my hope, my actual hope that A has like realized this. That A has kind of been like, okay, like I was wrong. You know what I mean? I was wrong. But not only that, but I feel like what's happening now with A, there was actually like a realistic approach to it as well. where like I think again in some games, okay, well we're talking about something different now, guys. In some games, me talking about every character. In some games, the roommates. In some games, like they do this thing where like, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like there's different approaches, but I feel like I prefer this approach where like they'll be like, she's no longer the ruler. She realized she doesn't want to be the ruler anymore of this place, and now we'll have to figure out what we have to do going forward. It's like, no, that would cause so much unrest to the point that things would be destroyed, right? In Liyue, we needed to show people that without Morax, we can still survive for anyone to feel not scared anymore. And I feel like that's like, you know, a direct parallel to here as well. We need to show people that like it's not scary anymore to be in Inazuma. That's the big approach that I think we have to do as well. And I like that they did this approach well because it's realistic to have to be like we can't just take out this leader right away, even though like eventually we should shake things up. And I think that's what she was saying. We will shake things up, but right now things are too unrestful, in my opinion. I actually like this story. I liked it quite a bit. And again, I love character. Why are the rocks going? Oh yeah, this place, the tree as well. We've done a lot in Inazuma, guys, and we're not done yet because tomorrow. I think actually we have a key. Do we? Tomorrow we're doing this one. Kokomis. Watatsumi's sightseeing. That's the next one we're doing. And I think to unlock this one we have to do Drakena Solmanata Chapter 1. Which is that? Drakena. We can. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We can do these as well. What's Drakena Solmanata Chapter 1? Wait, what is Drakena? Is that an interlude quest maybe? Let me see. We'll find out what it is. We'll get to do all of them. But like it sounds like maybe will usually show us, right? Drakena Chapter. Oh, here it is. It's this one. Okay, I'm an idiot. So we just have to do them all in order. So that's the next one we're going to be doing. I'm very excited for a lot of these story quests. Let's actually do the 10 wishes. Why not? Oh, we had enough. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do have enough now. Let's go. Why not? Why not? We didn't get our 5-star, but look, we'll wish anyway. And it's good to get some stardust. You know what I mean? That is so good. Yes, we need some constellations on Toma as well. We definitely need some constellations on Toma. That's fine with me. That's so fine with me. In fact, let's go do that right now with Toma. Where's Toma? Toma. Oh, he should be. What am I going on here? He should be way earlier. Look at Seth. Look at Seth. That's a really cool character. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna be leveling up Kuki very soon. I'm still leveling up Sayu and Toma. Toma's gonna be also another character we're gonna be leveling up too. We don't need to level them up. We need to go to constellations, don't we? Unlock the first constellation. Very cool. Yeah. So there we go. I feel like it's probably a good place to end this video as well. I had such a good time. And I hope I get to have a nice discussion with you guys as well. I can't wait to read your comments and your thoughts about this story as well. And I also can't wait to get on with the rest of this game as well. Next episode, we will be doing that story. I think we're going to start off with doing commissions because we haven't done them in a while. I'm kind of missing them. But then again, like I do want to hear your thoughts on like what do you think about the flow of this video? Was it better? Do you think you like this type of flow? I know I like doing the kind of like discussion points with the commissions as well. So we might just like do mix and match sometimes. That guy just walked through the fire. Well done. So we're going back to Watsumi Island tomorrow. And I can't wait. Another story quest is coming our way tomorrow. I should also thank the Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsters here on Patreon for being so cool and so nice, and in some cases just so great. But they're the ones who really support me. They always do. And it's everyone on Patreon who's like, I can never thank enough. Look how cool Official is. Thank you to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, Normal, Kara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, George, Candelaria, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Death Trap, Anusta, Shibata Bread, and Malcolm Conde. And actually, if I could actually say this as well, You can check down the description below. There's a Let's Play list. I have it on a new website. I think it's called Ko-Fi. I use it because it's like actually you can do free blog posts and everyone can read them. It's actually really cool. That will be updated every time a playthrough is finished. The Let's Play list will be updated. You can also check out the Clips channel in the description below. And if you liked this video, give a like to another video other than this that you liked. And subscribe to someone else. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or tonight, if you're watching the rest of the Detroit stuff.